right, man.
College football going on currently right now.
Yeah, lots of college football going on.
Yeah, so what are some big highlights that you're looking for, things that you've seen so far this weekend?
Well, Ohio State had a game last night, big game last night. The game was closer than I expected it to be, much closer than I expected it to be. Ohio State did come away with a win, but it was 45-31. And
at the halftime, I believe Minnesota
half,
Gophers were leading, right?
Minnesota was up at the half.
So, like, I was texting Mike last night. I was like, hey, man, I'm about to become a Parachute Gophers fan if they fucking win this game. What's going on with your number 4 Ohio State Buckeyes?
C.J. Stroud very much looked like a freshman quarterback. He looked like he was a little nervous, a little rattled at the start. Everything he was throwing high, which, lends itself to picks. He threw one pick. Came back in the second half, played great, though. I think that game is the game is closer than the score was to begin with. But if, Minnesota doesn't lose their running back, Ibrahim, I think that this game actually ends up being a lot closer. Tough injury for Ibrahim. I don't think they've officially come out and said what happened. But if you see the video, it looks like he either tore his calf, which is less likely than the popped Achilles. Like, you can see it right on the video. You can see something go off in the calf, and it's just tough. I mean, he was having a great fucking game. 160 yards, I want to say he had.
163, 5.4 yard average, and 2 touchdowns on 30 carries. So they used the shit out of him.
Yeah, I mean, he was running a lot, but he was
supposed to be, the bell cow for the Gophers this year.
And this is a guy that missed last year with injury as well, so it's a tough break for him. I don't like seeing players get injured ever at any level. No matter what team you play for, I never want to see an injury. Like, if my team is going to beat your team, I want to beat your team with everybody out on the field. I want to know that we did it with all your best guys and that we're just better than you. So to have a win like that when there's a massive injury sucks. Am I still happy with the win? Yes, because it keeps Ohio State in a position where we want to be at the end of the year, potentially going to the playoffs for a national championship. But C.J. Stroud needs to settle down quicker into a game.
Yeah. I mean, he's still almost 300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in the second half, he fucking lit him up.
Yeah.
But I think that it has a lot to do with just how good Ohio State is at wide receiver. There's at least 2 first-round wide receivers on that team. There might be a third in the making, depending on what Njigba can do.
Mayan Williams?
Mayan Williams is a freshman,
but he had himself a day.
He is a big fucking boy, and he is very fast. He looks a lot like Beanie Wells to me. He is an absolute hoss. And then we have another. So Mayan is a redshirt freshman. We have a true freshman, Henderson, who caught a screen and housed it, gave the deuces. Actually got hit up by Tyreek Hill on Twitter. We are very young, but we are very talented at Ohio State. The most experience we have on that team is our wide receiver group. I'm excited. But other college football, Oklahoma almost fucking loses today. Number 2 almost goes down to Tulane. That Tulane quarterback, Pratt, I think is his name. That kid is fucking Johnny Moxon reincarnated.
Yeah.
That kid's got a lot of moxie. He fucking balls out. Good for him. He had a good day. Alabama is currently beating the absolute piss out of Miami, which does not bode well for my bet. But 27-3 at halftime. If Miami can maybe fucking pull their heads out of their asses, pull this thing to within 18, the bet still pays. I knew Alabama was going to win. I just didn't figure they'd beat the ever-living brakes off the number 14 team in the country. But it's entirely possible. Week 1, Miami could be entirely overrated. D'Eriq King, I did not know this, 24 years old.
Yeah.
He is an old fucking man. He is older than 6 starting quarterbacks week 1 of the NFL.
Yeah,
he is tied with 5 other guys at being 24.
It'll be interesting to see how that ends up affecting his draft status, because last time we saw that was...
Well, I don't know that his draft status is going to be very high anyways. He is a 5'11 quarterback who has bounced around to a lot of places and has never been highly productive.
There's just always kind of been that aura around him.
He could go like be a
star
guy.
Player, but he might
He's
not
an
be
athlete. He could play another position.
Yeah, but again, the age is going to factor in probably heavily.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then the only real, I guess, upset that I seeing here, Virginia Tech beat North Carolina. They're at 17-10, which North Carolina was ranked 10. Tech wasn't rated, so
North Carolina may have very much been overrated.
Which Sam Howell, he's looked at as one of the
Heisman
top
candidate.
Yeah, one of the top quarterbacks that could be going to the NFL in this next year, and he didn't have really that special of a day.
And I like
17
Mac Brown,
for 32, 208 and a touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, that's not looking great. Another blowout, we got Iowa beating the ever-living piss out of Indiana, 18-17. Scores 31-3 at halftime. I think Indiana had a great year last year. I don't think they're that same team. Close game right now. Northern Iowa is only down 7-10 against Iowa State, the number 7 ranked team.
Yeah.
UNI is a very good
UNI normally puts up against other Iowa teams in general.
Yes, they do.
So
I think they have a little bit of pride that they want to show that, hey, listen, just because you guys got these fucking D1 scholarships doesn't mean we can't play.
Yep.
I mean, I played college ball out in Iowa. UNI is a big deal. People love UNI, but I mean, hey, I'm totally cool watching UNI pull off an upset in Iowa State. I think if the Big 12 has a really, really bad year, there's a chance that it just folds instead of them trying to add new teams like they are reporting that they could be trying to add. I don't know if you've seen reports on teams trying to get added to the Big 12. We got UCF, Cincinnati, a couple of decent teams looking to possibly go to the Big 12, move out of their smaller conferences. So we'll kind of stay up on that as that goes along. College football, guys, is very wild time. There's a ton of games always going on, and we're recording on a Saturday, so there's going to be tons of shit coming in. We'll try not to get too far off the rails, but I fucking love college football. It was a great day. Ohio State started out with a win. Miami, I need to score some fucking points so they can make good on my bet. But, yeah, college football is fucking finally here.
Yep.